it really was, the five-pointed star, the divine man. And I think I shared with this story, I don't know if I did or not, when I was in prison I had a five-pointed star up here on my hand and blood. And did I tell you that story? Boy, it's a lot of stories, don't I have so many stories?
That's good, that's good.
So I was in, I'll share this story. I was, it was Good Friday, and I had a creative writing instructor in Lucasville Penitentiary in Ohio. It's a maximum. Back then they were trying to have a modern prison with psychologists who ran it, but that didn't last long. It became a hardened prison after that because the guys took advantage of it. But anyway, so my creative writing instructor is named David, and he says, he's getting ready to go home for Easter. And it's Friday, Good Friday, and he's standing there, and he says, Ron, you're always doing my chart. He said, let me look at your hand so I can read palms. And I said, come on, David, don't play with me. He said, no, I'm serious, give me your hand. And he turns my hand over like this, and he looks right down, and he says, what is this? And it looked like somebody had done it with ink. It was indelible in my hand. It was like a perfect circle with a cross in it. And
was it a cross?
A cross, yeah. And he said, what's that? And I said, I don't know, I must have injured it. He figured you just bruised it or something, I didn't think much about it, but it was so perfect, the circle with the cross. And I was intrigued by it, but because it looked like a blood blister of some kind, like a stigmata. And so, anyway, the blood didn't come outside the skin, but it came to the surface. And then that was Good Friday, and that's the day we celebrate the crucifixion, the cross, right? And here I got a cross in my hand. Easter Sunday, I wake up, and that perfect cross changed to a perfect five-pointed star. Whew. I was blown away by that. What is this about, And it was there for a long time. It's right in here in the palm. And so I had no idea at the time I was going to write a book all about this star. And then I didn't know that years later, and I was living in California, and I was teaching a class, and a young girl comes up and says, Ron, I think there's something in your chart you don't know, and she shows me a five-pointed star, configured 72-degree points. It blows me away. This is all those years in prison looking at a chart, and I didn't see it. So there's something to that symbol, and that goes back to the pyramids. The five-pointed star is really a rendition. It's a perfect mathematical rendition of the pyramid, by the way. We shouldn't go there. We could spend hours. To me, this is like a mystery school. You know what I mean? You came for astrology, but I'll tell you, there's so much more. And I hope I ignite that in you. I hope I bring that fire out of you so that you start thinking beyond just, daily horoscope. Let's see what's going on in my chart. I want to see you become walking masters on this planet. I want to see you change life, change the direction of everything that's around you. Start being a master, not being a victim. Oh, poor me, I can't find a job. Poor me, I gotta move out. You see? Bullshit. You know what I mean? All of it's working together for highest good. Once you grasp that concept, nothing ever throws you off your balance. You're walking with a master. Now you're walking with that faith. The faith in what? Faith in God? What is faith in God? It's faith in good, because God's good. So that's called optimism. So we walk with that. The more down we get, and I'm talking to me. You think I just talk to you? I talk to me as well when I'm up here. Believe me, because I have all the weaknesses of any man. I have all the strengths of any man, but I have those weaknesses just like anybody. I deal with them. If you would, the devil every day in my own life. We have to. That's part of the battle we're on. So when I'm up here, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me too. I get as much out of this as you do. That's why I'd love to have you come. It's good instruction.
It's the Hogwarts of Deerfield Beach. It's the Hogwarts of Deerfield Beach.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
You were saying it was a mystery school, so I went to Harry Potter.
Oh,
Harry Potter.
I never read the book.
Hey Ron, something? If 50 people that know me heard this right now, they'd say, did you tell Ron to say that? I'm always saying that to people. When I talk, I love to talk, communicate. I'm hearing myself talk. I'm reinforcing. I just had this conversation today saying that. So I'm like going, oh man, that's why I love you, man. That's why I respect you, because the first time I heard you, I said, this is what I sound like.
Yeah.
And I rarely hear that, So
well,
God bless you, man.
You ever seen a tuning fork?
Yeah.
And you can hit it if somebody else has the same tuning fork.
Right.
They vibrate across the room. Doesn't matter where you are because they're in sync, right? That's where we're at, right? So, I pick it up. I know that. I mean, there's so much we have here to study, and it's gonna open the doors to more than just astrology.
Are you gonna be able to show us on the charts?
I'm
how
going
the-
to.
okay,
I'm getting
good,
there.
good.
All right,
I've gotta
one-
stop for,
Visual
I've gotta
stuff.
take 1 second, I gotta get it, I'm really dried out.
Go
Oh,
ahead,
yeah,
get
go
your
ahead,
water.
go ahead.
Gonna have a drink.
One thing I wanted to say, you know, today's versions of the